Hello and welcome to what's going to be my clears for mission 18 and 19. Now these missions are very short, so I'm actually gonna show both the Dante Must Die and the Hell and Hell playthroughs. The toughest one I do believe is this one, mission 18. Mission 19 is all about RNG. If you get lucky, you can finish Virgil off pretty fast. If not, no. I actually did kind of sort of, well, it doesn't actually matter too much on Hell and Hell. You can just start shooting them so long as you off-screen the bird will never hit you here. So I just off-screen the bird and the bird just goes away. Shadow is a little bit more difficult to deal with. In this, I don't even remember why I go up here. Because you can't just go downstairs. You can get to this teleporter from downstairs. So quite frankly, I think I was a little bit unsure of where to go at this point in time, because I think I recorded this ages ago. Shadow is a little bit more dangerous to off screen, but you can still, I usually prefer to jump with Shadow so that he doesn't randomly just get me, and as soon as I got him with my red orbs, I can just keep on shooting him until he goes down. But yeah, especially because you can see when the thing goes away there. But he has randomly hit me from time to time over there. Like he can be a little bit of a douche. And this is actually, I would believe, the more dangerous part, at the very least for Hell and Hell, because you get both Shadow and Griffin. Now on Hell and Hell you can do enough damage here to Shadow. I still off screen him and shoot him. He's the first one to spawn, so if you go anywhere close to the end of the arena, Shadow will spawn, and by the time Griffin spawns, Shadow can already be gone. And Shadow is actually the boss, let's say, so you don't have to kill Griffin and Shadow there, you still just have to kill Shadow in order to win that fight. And Shadow spawns first, so you can get rid of him first. And here, this is the cheese. You run around while Nightmare is out. This works exceptionally well. You just try and off-screen them as much as humanly possible, but Trickster Dodge will usually keep you safe here. I haven't gotten hit doing this, just running around the arena, and what I'm waiting for is for the weather to clear and Nightmare to go away. There we go. So the weather cleared, Nightmare went away, so now I am immediately throwing orbs at the little guys. And what I want to do is incapacitate them. Now, I can get pretty lucky or pretty unlucky here, because look at Shadow, he almost got me there. Like, if I had been a little bit less unlucky, I would have gotten hit there. No questions, and I would have had to restart, because this is Hell and Hell. Like, it's a restart for the whole mission if I fail. So my goal is essentially to have these guys down like that before Nightmare spawns, because then I can start doing Red Hot Night. And it took me forever in the day to start Red Hot Night, as you can see there, because I was just messing around or messing the buttons around. But yeah, Nightmare is going to summon them back, so you have more than enough time to Red Hot Night the whole bunch. This works on every difficulty except for Dante Must Die, because of a couple of small little, let's say, inconveniences. But for most of the other difficulties, the strategy works great. Now for the Dante Must Die one. So for the Dante Must Die, it's not really like super different, I would say. So here what I'm trying to do is I need DT, so I am doing Dante's super taunt, because actually if you off-screen Griffin here, you can taunt the ever-loving crap out of him. And the super taunt gets you a whole bunch of DT and a whole bunch of style points. And yes, I am taunting him. Like the poor bird, so long as he's off screen, he doesn't do anything to you. He's by far the most pacifistic or pacifist, I don't know what you call that. Anyway, I'm switching to Kalina Ann and still trying to build my DT, which is why you're gonna see me taunt these skeletons and like throw stuff at them, because I'm trying to build my DT gauge, because Dante must die and 25% damage reduction. What can I say? Like, there are a couple of bosses where you feel it, and then there are bosses that just work just like hell and hell, where you just don't feel it at all. This is one of the bosses where I personally feel it. Like, I feel the 25 more health on Shadow and Griffin during the final fight. And you will actually see it here during the... not during the shadow fight, yeah, because shadow fight is coming up next, and shadow fight is pretty much the same as previously, except it'll take a lot longer to actually take him down. So I still go to this corner, or to a corner, and I do prefer jumping with Shadow, because you can sometimes do the stupid ground attack, like that one that can hit you, and it's so not cool. Like, getting hit by that is so amazing when you think you have a good run. But yeah, Shadow is gone, and here I reset. Because I got hit, and this is the restart point if you get hit in the previous in the next fight, that's where you restart from. And in this fight I actually do get hit quite a lot. So Shadow still spawns first, but just because he has 25% more HP, the bird actually spawns this time around. So you don't kill the cat before the bird spawns, which complicates things because I'm off screening them, so I don't know if I'm hitting the bird or the cat. Now there I got pretty lucky and I consistently hit the cat, but I got very unlucky and was hit by Griffin, because when Griffin spawns, he does have a tendency this time around to even hit you even if he's off screen, which is very annoying. Now, the part that I reset the most was actually this one. It's the big boss fight. Here I have a bit of an extra step that I have to take, because again, they have more health this time around, and I'm talking about the minions, not necessarily Nightmare. Nightmare still goes down to Red Hot Night. The problem is, if the minions are around, they will hit you and it's annoying. So killing the minions before Nightmare spawns, so basically Shadow and Griffin, getting rid of those guys before Nightmare spawns again, in order to force him to revive them so that you can Red Hot Knight him without an issue, is actually the problem this time around. So what I usually do is I wait until the very last moment and then Sin Devil trigger and start throwing Luci at these guys. And I mean just Luci. Judgment I've not seen do anything to them. I've tried to Judgment and right there I could have gotten hit. Was very lucky that I didn't get hit. And now I have to off-screen them and start shooting them where like you see Shadow over there, he could have wrecked me absolutely. And Griffin is still around, he's still doing pretty big damage. Like, look at how much more damage they take. Like, at this point in time on any other difficulty they would have been done, but now they are not done. And I almost got hit there as well, and that's what I mean about this fight. Like, this fight is a lot less forgiving this time around, mostly because these guys have more health. And look at that, Nightmare is about to spawn and the minions are not dead. Like, I managed to take out Shadow barely, as Nightmare is already like Griffin, as Nightmare is already spawning. So just because they have so much more health, I have a lot more problems and I get hit during those stages, and I am still gonna bloodbath him straight to dead. Like, he's dead at this point. Like, don't get me wrong, he's dead. It's just that you have so much more room, margin for error where he can hit you. So it's I would say that's the more difficult part. That's why this part is a little bit more difficult on Dante must die, but well, now we move on to mission 19. Hey, how many times can Virgil essentially flip you over and not do what you need him to do? Because Virgil, after you send the swords at him, he has to do his range attack, and you have to start the devil trigger so that you can counter his swords. If he does anything but that, basically he's trolling you and you are screwed. So this, I got trolled on Hell and Hell like for 30 minutes straight by Virgil, because look, it only took 1 minute, so I need 1 minute to kill him, but I spent 30 minutes trying to get to that stage. And here's Dante must die, where's the exact same thing. Like, I still need to hit Virgil with the summon swords and then immediately start the Red Hot Knight and then pray that he cooperates with me and does this little AoE attack. If he does anything but that, I'm still screwed. Fortunately, Red Hot Knight still takes him out in one go, so it is still a 1 minute fight. The problem is, how long is Virgil gonna troll you for? On Hell and Hell, he didn't troll me, but on Dante must die, he didn't troll me, but on Hell and Hell he did. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.